Hello everyone, you're listening to the Legacy Podcast here on Etecc TV. We are streaming on YouTube, Hitbox and Beam, and would love to see you there. In this episode we're talking about the opening of the server, the leveling experience, the first level 60 hunter, and a controversial threat by the Nostalrius team. Enjoy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and good day to you. This is the first number one Legacy Podcast, and we are going to talk about some of the stuff that is happening on the private realms. More specifically, it is going to be about the Elysium PvP server and all the other servers that are connected with it. And a little bit about the old Nostalrius servers, because that's where we come from. Just to give you a little background about what's going on. I'm here and I'm joined with good old Light. That is my companion that I met on the old Nostalrius server, and I am Mosen, and we're going to present to you some of the topics that might interest you in regards to private realms. We're just going to freestyle this, so don't expect a lot of editing and perfectness, perfection and as it is, and we just want to, talk about some stuff really quick, give you an update what has been happening in the last few days, weeks on this server. And so we're just going to jump right into it, just going to introduce myself and then my buddy right here. I am Mosen and I am from Etecc TV. We also stream, and we stream on YouTube, Hitbox and Twitch, although Twitch is momentarily paused because we are not able to stream legacy servers or vanilla servers on Twitch. We will get banned. Thanks, Blizz. So I guess you can find us on this channel, and we would appreciate any subscription if you want to follow us. Alright, so then you maybe introduce yourself, Light. What have you been playing on Nost? Where do you come from? And why are you hyped about this new server?
Well, I'm Light and I play Warlock, and I've always played Warlock, and we played together on Nostalrius, mainly because my friends joined Darrowshire, so we played together there. And after the server shut down and relaunched, I decided to follow all my friends who went to this server, with then joined Etecc.
Right. Yeah, so we are old Darrowshirians on from the old Nos. We started with the first day on the old Nostalrius server. We had a really great time there. Then it got shut down, and when we heard of Elysium coming back, we said we are going to reroll right there together with the core of our old guild, and that's what we did. So we're here. If you're wondering what is Elysium, so Elysium is the people that the Nostalrius staff teamed up with, and they brought the servers back up with someone else, and people say in a different country. We don't know that quite yet. The rumors say that it's in Russia, it's hosted in France, but the people live in Russia or something like that. We don't know that, but it is a bit safer, so Blizzard just can't really touch them for now. At least that's what we think. We're gonna talk about that a little bit later. So yeah, Elysium is a private vanilla WoW server. It is going to be in the description if you want to start there, if you want to check it out at least. And it is for people that want to experience vanilla WoW how it was when it came out, and are not too keen on playing retail maybe. So I personally stopped playing retail, but that's a different topic. I think we can do that in another show and invite maybe someone that is actually playing retail. Anyway, so that is Elysium, and we are playing on the Elysium PvP server. You're probably going to see some footage right now of us doing something there. And so let us jump in the first topic, which is the new server. We're all hyped. There was a huge hype going on. And the opening of Elysium is just, I think, 1 week in the past now, right?
Something like that, yes.
Right, so let's talk about the opening a little bit. There was a huge hype. How did you receive it? How did it turn out, and how did you feel about it?
I personally thought it was going to be really bad, that the launch would be terrible, like all other launches of private servers. Too many people in too few zones and no mobs to kill. I personally also got surprised by how you actually log into the server, because usually you have to spam the login screen to get in. But this was just another server on the same realm list, so you could switch between the servers. I thought, but that didn't work. So I didn't get in early and book some names, but oh well. But when I actually got in, it astounded me that the dynamic respawn mobs actually worked. You could actually level. There were mobs everywhere.
Yeah.
And that is a really good thing, and something that has carried the server, I think. Mostly it works really well. There are some mobs like boss mobs or items that you pick on the floor. Those don't respawn. I mean, there was probably 30 warlocks outside the tome you pick up for the imp quest. So yeah, that didn't work.
Imagine.
Yeah. The launch was much better than the Nostalrius launch or any other launch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I must also say the launch was pretty cool. I mean, obviously people hammered and spammed the login and everything was down, and I mean, authenticating, we all know that word now, and
it's burned into our retinas.
Exactly. I actually saw a guild on Elysium PvP called Authenticating XD. So I think that was on the fresh PvP server. Anyway, so I think the launch was really cool, and there was a huge hype. I expected much less people to spam the new server. I thought the majority of the players would stay on the old NOS server, because I personally had 360s on the old NOS server already, so I would have expected people to just stay there, and that they didn't want to give up their all the work. But apparently that is not the case, and a lot of people decided to re-roll. So I think that I do think that there's a lot of people now on Elysium PvP and the old server as well, but I know a lot of people re-rolled. I must say the launch was still really, really cool, although we didn't get to play that much, but I got in quite early. You actually got in before me, I think.
Yeah, I did. And then I logged out to get my add-ons set, and I got disconnected. And then I couldn't log in at all for, I think, 8 hours.
Yeah.
So that was bad. But yeah, I did get a few levels, and I was surprised because we sat all friends, and we were really worried that the server wouldn't work, that it was, just going to be exploration XP and trying to get mobs everywhere. Yeah.
We ran to Menethil. Right,
yeah, you did, yeah. But it worked, it really worked, and that was good. And it still works. The dynamic respawn is a really good feature.
So I was surprised they put that in, from the start. I didn't know that. I didn't know they would put it in, right from the start. Okay, the items on the ground, you couldn't just loot them, but we just skipped them. We ran right to Teldrassil and started leveling there with the Night Elves as a human, and they actually managed the servers quite well, although there were insane queues, which is going to be exactly the next topic already, or we can blend into it. So the queues, at one point I saw a 19k queue.
Yeah, I've heard about 30 or 40,000 queues with 11,000 online as well. So what is the quote? You think you do, but you don't?
The quote, you think you do, but you don't.
Yeah.
We all heard it.
I think we do.
Yeah, I think also that a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And I think the funny part is that all of us just didn't expect that many people, especially not on the fresh realm. But then, 11k on, 20k, let it be 20, 30k in queue, and then a couple of 1,000 people not there on the release day, just waiting to get in. I mean, just so crazy. But the queues were huge, and the Elysium staff decided to do something about that rather quickly. We all said that they actually need to open up another server, because this is not working. This can't be, and this is not going to work out for any of the players, and people are gonna get frustrated and quit rather quickly. So what did they do?
Well, they opened another server, which went online just a few days ago.
Exactly. And that's what like everyone demanded. And then all of a
Yeah.
sudden, hey, we're gonna open up a new server, which is nice. Not that we want to ask kiss the team, but I mean, we barely know them. We're fresh to this new team as well. But I must say, that was really, really quick reaction, and that was much needed. And it worked out really, really well. I mean, now the queue on the fresh server is, you know, the start of the server, there's always like a big hype. It's gonna calm down a little bit after a few days and weeks. So now the queue is down to like 3-4K. What I saw, maybe at the rush hour, it's still a bit high, but I think it's gotten a lot better.
And that's still with 11.5 thousand people online, which is, you know, that is at least 2 or 3 vanilla servers, like actual vanilla servers worth of players.
I checked. I checked out the fresh server. The fresh server name is, by the way, Zeth'kur or something.
Yes,
right? Zeth'kur.
The new one.
Yeah, that's the freshest one. And we are on Elysium PvP for the new players that don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Zeth'kur, if you log in, is the server that is the freshest. When I logged in, I got up really early this morning. I don't know why, but I logged in at 7 a.m. just to check out what's going on. There were like 4K people on at 7 a.m. So I think that it's a viable choice to go to if you're a fresh player. So yeah, they did that. Really good reaction. Props to the team. Really, really well done, I think. So the leveling experience would be one of the next topics we would jump into. I think you can say something about that.
You have to get online and put yourself in the queue, and then you can go away and do whatever you like for like 2 or 3 hours, and then you get in and then you can play. So obviously a lot of people can't play because they have work or they have studies or family or whatever. I mean, a lot of people who are playing on these servers are, you know, grown-ups, 20 plus at least. So obviously they have stuff in real life which prevents them from playing. And I think a lot of people were really knocked off by the queues because of that. But I think now they can come home and they can get yourself in the queue, and it will take maybe half an hour to an hour to get through. And
it's really nice. I think like now the situation has gotten a lot better. And I mean, also when you were playing in the early days, I remember just running around, so many people, so crowded. But what we really want to do right now is we want to give some tips for new players that are starting out. There's places where if you easily get pissed off in PvP, you might want to avoid that place.
Ashenvale.
Yes,
Ashenvale. I was running through Ashenvale to get the succubus quest for the warlock. And you have to run from Darkshore all the way through Ashenvale down to Southern Barrens.
Yes.
And I think I died maybe 20 times on that run from ganks, and I killed one.
It's just a battleground, man.
Yeah, and apparently someone said in guild chat just now that 1,000 Needles is also pretty bad.
That's where they moved. Yeah, the Shimmering Flats, all the gathering quests in the Shimmering Flats. Okay, so here's our tips for you guys if you're a fresh player. First of all, what we can really recommend is if you have the choice in your talent trees between getting having 5% more offhand damage or PvP talents, you should spec into that PvP, because chances are if you're leveling alone, and it's not like there's constant PvP going on, but there is a lot going on, and if you're leveling and grinding, it is nice to have the talents to just defend yourself, because you want to be able to keep questing, and so PvP talents come in really handy at the time. So my rogue friend and me, we just decided for him to go more into DPS, into PvP, and we actually fought over quest objectives that are shared by Horde and Alliance, and we fought 2 versus 4 because we had the PvP talents, and we won, and we could actually complete the quests, and that wouldn't have been possible with us being completely spec for leveling. So one of the first tips would probably be spec into PvP a bit.
Just wait until you get into Stranglethorn Vale.
That's
Ganglethorn Vale, as we like to call it.
Yes, that's why you're going to need it. And you're still gonna kill shit fast enough, I think. It's more about staying alive and avoiding the corpse runs. The second tip that I have, what I've noticed, but I'm also leveling as a prot warrior, don't ask me why. I already got my wrist slit and put on the Linkin Park music on the stream. But it's bad, but I grouped up with a rogue, and that is actually working pretty good. I just tank all the shit and he kills it. And so
I can imagine so.
Yeah, so grouping up with friends is a big part, right? Especially now at the start, because sometimes you just run into two hordes or something, and then there's a bigger decision for them if they want to go and fight it. We just usually go for the quests, and we never pick the fight. But you know how the hordes are. They just go and want to pick the fight every time. But there's a bigger decision for them if they really want to try and go for two people, because if you're alone, obviously, you're an easy target, and they're just gonna go for you. So
yeah, I mean it's an MMO. You should play it with friends.
Exactly.
Either with IRL friends or just people you meet. You get in a guild, you meet people.
Doesn't have to be RL friends. I mean, if you meet someone you enjoy questing, team up with them. Just do it together, man. Get on TS or Discord or Skype or whatever. And just play with friends or people. It's so much better. You're gonna enjoy the game so much more, and you're not an easy target.
Definitely.
Do you know what the Horde Alliance ratio is on the server?
I think it's about 50-50. It usually is. I was looking at the census that someone posted with the census add-on.
Yeah.
And that said 52% Alliance, I think.
Okay.
And that was probably 3 days ago. I'm not really sure how many people have left, like from other side to the new realm, but I think it's usually around 50-50. I haven't really seen any private server where it's a huge disparity. It's usually pretty close.
It's pretty close.
Which is quite amazing because it's vanilla, right? I mean, a lot of stupid things are in vanilla, like the class balance and everything.
Undead mages.
Undead mages.
That's the most played Horde class ratio.
Probably the most played combination of all. Like, so many undead mages. The warlocks were the second least played class on Alliance. The druids being the last.
Because obviously all the undead,
so most warlocks are on Horde side, and that's what you're always gonna find. Another big reason is that like undead is by far the most played race from Horde, and they have Will of the Forsaken, which negates your fear.
Yeah, exactly. That's why there's so little warlocks on the Alliance side. And please, if you roll here as a new player, please don't roll a rogue. There's too much already. There's too many. Just don't, please.
No, rogues and warriors.
Roll some healers or something. I don't know. No, just always play what you want to play, man. That's the main rule. But you just gotta know. I've already seen guilds, our guild included. Like, we don't even recruit rogues anymore, and we're like level 30. But play what you want. But let's get into the next thing here, because there's actually already one level 60. This is the status of, I don't know, January 12th or something, or 11th. I don't quite remember which day exactly it was. It was some time in the morning hours. It said there was a system message by the admins. Grats to Criton, level 60 Hunter, first level 60 of Elysium PvP. And I think the playtime was 4 days, 10 hours. And you could argue or think that one might have account shared or took a lot of drugs.
Possibly, yeah. I'm pretty sure on Nostalrius, that was a warlock, a known warlock who got the first level 60, and he did account share.
Yeah. 4 days, 10 hours. Even if you are really, really crazy, that is quite a short time.
I mean, the server has only been out for a week now, and that was yesterday, so it's like 6 days.
No, day before yesterday even.
Yeah, okay, so that's like 5 days.
5 days.
So he's probably had maybe 24 hours out of those 4 days where you could sleep, and that is not really possible for one player to do.
Not really. I mean, I don't know. Let us know in the comments if you think it's possible, if you've done it. I constantly hear from someone, "Well, I know that guy that actually did it and stayed up for 72 hours," and I believe you, but not saying that he did a count share. It's hard to prove, I would say. It's very likely, or he just took a lot of drugs that kept him up. Whatever the case, grats to him. He's 60. His name is Kritten.
It's quite
a guild Demise, and he is a hunter, of course.
It's a Night Elf hunter, of course. The Alliance comes first again, because the hordes are all busy with killing each other.
Yes, man. Silly hordes.
Yeah.
Killing us.
Small kids.
We can't do anything, man. We're just PvE scrubs.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so let's jump into one of the last topics for the day. This is one of the more recent topics at the moment, because we just got informed that Nostalrius on their forums posted a thread where they asked the Elysium team to basically stop using their data. So the background for this is, when Nostalrius, the old server, had to shut down and got shut down by Blizzard, they teamed up with the Elysium staff and the team to bring the servers back up, and you were able to transfer your characters from the old Nost account you had to a new Elysium account that you just created. And so you had on the old Nost server, you had your old characters, and then they released the fresh Elysium PvP where we are on right now, and another fresh one. So now they made a community announcement on the old Nostalrius forums that they want to unite the community, and that their values are achieving official Blizzard legacy servers and helping as much as we can to unify the WoW community together. So basically, now they're saying they want to have Elysium stop using their data, whatever that means. That could mean their core data, or their scripts, or whatever, or just the transferred characters. So there's a huge outcry, as you can imagine. And they're claiming that today only 10% of the former Nostalrius players have generated a token to transfer over to Elysium. And we believe that failed to satisfy the community entirely, as at the time, legacy fans acquired a reputation of pirates on the official WoW community. So yeah, first of all, what are your thoughts on this? And then I'll talk about what the internet said to that.
Well, I mean, it's so stupid, because Nostalrius were really carrying the whole private server agenda for so long. And they really got close to Blizzard. They went out there to discuss it with Mike Morheim and the other dudes. And now, I mean, what are they really trying to get with this? I mean, they're recalling their source code and their characters, and for what reason? Are they going to get a favor from Blizzard by doing this? There's no mention at all that they have been in contact with Blizzard, and we have no proof of that being the case. So, I mean, it's really interesting to see what is Nostalrius' true motive here, because they don't say anything. They just say, "Oh, we don't want people to play on using this core anymore," but we don't know why.
Obviously, Elysium responded on Twitter saying they're gonna make an announcement and they're gonna make the right choice for the community. This could mean a lot of things. So let's stay tuned. Anyway, maybe when you're watching this and there's already a solution to this is going to be interesting, because right now we don't know anything. So can you explain what the leaked thing you're talking about is right now?
Yeah, so the leaked letter is basically saying that they will delete all the characters from Nostalrius, and they will go back to using their own core, like Elysium's own core, which is Anathema. And then they're saying something about how many players were on and all that. But it's just a leaked letter. It's not official. The official response from Elysium is that there is a leaked pastebin that was written as a letter for Nostalrius to review, and is not our final announcement. So it is obviously not the final thing. So we don't really know what the real deal is going to be. But we will find out later today, I guess.
We'll hopefully find out later today. They now twittered that there's going to be a new announcement today. We're going to try to get this video up as soon as possible, so it is actually the latest. Obviously, they posted this on the Nostalrius forum, and they are kindly asking to stop using their data now, all of a sudden. Now, my opinion is that they're trying to say that they want Elysium to stop using it because not enough players transferred their characters over to Elysium from the old data, and they want to have as a goal to make Blizzard release official legacy servers. So basically, that's what they are aiming for, and apparently what we're seeing here, 30-40k people playing on a fresh vanilla server, is not working towards that. Now, my opinion is that there was a chance for Blizzard to react in some way, any way, to this whole topic, and that was when they brought 300,000 signatures of that petition to bring out official legacy servers, what the community desired, to the headquarters of Blizzard. And they just said, we're gonna meet up with the people, but nothing ever happened. They had the opportunity of the BlizzCon teasing it, but they didn't. All they had to do was tease it. They had 300,000 signatures and a lot of outcry. They did not react. And so I think, saying that Blizzard hasn't had a chance yet to react to it, it's just silly. And so I don't think we the community should be forced to wait for that to happen and now stop playing on the server again. Make yet another sacrifice. I mean, all we want to fucking do is play one game, And I think it's a bit, it's getting a little bit silly, like all this discussion and all this crying and whining about this. Now Elysium can't use their data anymore, and before that it was the Blizzard won't let us play the game. The community has found a new hub to play the game, and this is Elysium, and Nostalrius worked with them and made it happen. And the demand is here, and people play it, and people are enjoying it. So I think that's.
And I'll also say this, that the Nostalrius announcement says that they want to push for official legacy realms that will actually be hosted and created by Blizzard themselves.
Yes.
I don't trust Blizzard with doing that. I am 100% sure they will muck it up somehow. What I want is to Blizzard to actually get these official seal of approval for private servers as a fan-based project, just like Project 1999 for EverQuest and the old RuneScape server as well, where people could play the old RuneScape.
Yes.
They got the staff of approval. Like, yeah, you can do this. You can host this up as you like, as long as it's non-profit.
Exactly.
Elysium is non-profit. Most private servers are non-profit. I think it's only really Warmane and Chronos who are not. And of course, they can maybe be taken down. But just let these private servers be their own thing. It's not hurting Blizzard's business because it's a game that is so radically different from Legion. There's almost nothing to compare anymore.
Right. Well, we're not here to discuss, if vanilla servers are good or bad or
no,
or right or not. I mean, everyone has their own opinion on that, and we certainly have ours, and we're playing on the server. But the thing is that like how Nostalrius is backpedaling, it leaves a bitter taste in my mouth because it feels like someone, since they had the contact with Blizzard and got invited to their headquarters, it just makes you think and wonder if someone asked them to kindly stop ask the people to stop playing here and use their data to just give it another blow and another push towards an abyss that will just make that server shut down again. And I think that's so silly from Nostalrius, coming from Nostalrius, and you can actually see it in all the comments that are posted beneath that thread.
Yeah, there's a lot of pages
Elysium
of hate.
Twitter response, yes. So I mean, that thread just backfired. I mean, Nostalrius did so much good things for this community, and they made up, they brought up the best server I've ever played on, private RAM wise. And now this coming from them, it just feels so out of place. And one would really think Blizzard is behind this again, or they just got threatened again or something. I'm not saying that's the case, but it just feels like it, because otherwise that's just such a silly post or such a silly thing to ask of the people they just released 2 servers with, 3 even, and just work together with, and we're so hyped to bring everything back. And they're saying they want this for the vanilla community, but apparently now they're completely backpedaling, and you can see it in the comments. The backfire is just crazy. It's a huge storm of shit raining down on Nostalrius, saying now, I mean, they just kind of lost all the credibility they built up over 2 years. I don't know, from reading what the people say in the comments, pathetic sellouts, and when do you realize Blizzard doesn't care about this shit, and it's pretty dumb, and etc. I mean, there's obviously harsher responses to this. Now you don't want people to use your data anymore, and apparently the token to transfer your characters just didn't work anymore after a week or 2 or something. I don't know if that's true. For me, it worked. And there's a lot.
That's also a thing with the tokens, because they are saying in the post that only 10% of people actually transferred their character, but the token system got pulled down pretty quickly. I think it was only up for like a week or so after the launch of the server, and then nobody could transfer anymore.
That's what I heard, but I'm not sure if it's true, so I don't want to say yes or no. But I mean, if that's the case, then apparently, then obviously, okay. If only 10% transferred, you ask yourself why. If it doesn't work anymore, how are people going to transfer the characters? But also, I think a lot of people just wanted a fresh start. So I think it's a silly point they make there. But anyway, that's what they say. One could think that Blizzard is behind this. We do not know that. To me, it's just very, very silly, and it's just it's very fishy. We'll see what happens in the future. Hello everyone. So just a quick update on how the whole drama turned out. So the thing is, as we stated in the podcast, Nostalrius asked Elysium to not use their stuff anymore. There has been a huge outcry around like 40 pages on that announcement on the Nostalrius forum. Now the topic is locked. The staff has not said anything else to that topic. Elysium responded. Actually, there's not that much drama in the end, as you might have imagined. Something happened, and Elysium and Nostalrius are not really working together anymore, as it seems. I just want to say real quick, we do not know what's really happening in the background, so obviously there's 40 pages of rage towards Nostalrius. They kind of lost their credibility quite a bit, it seems, amongst the community. Like, I will just stay calm a little bit and just let the things happen how they are, because we can't know what's going on in the background. And I would say it is a bit silly to just go out and rage at everyone. The fresh servers stay the same. The old Nostalrius servers are going to be renamed to Anathema PvP and Darrowshire PvE. Other than that, all the transferred characters that have already been on the new old Nostalrius PvP server, PvE server, is what you're going to have, and they are going to stay because you already transferred them. Everything you have not transferred yet is lost. So the characters you've played that you couldn't transfer up until now are lost indeed. Elysium is now applying their core to the servers, and they twittered it will be a longer process, but they will have as little downtime as possible, and this is what we're going to see. So they're switching over, they renamed some servers, and aside from that it's not that big of a deal, but the reasons to why Nostalrius has done all these things, we don't know that yet. We might never find out. As we said, I am guessing either Blizzard is behind it or they just completely changed their mind. It seems like an out-of-place move from Nostalrius, but we should all stay calm and enjoy the game while we can. There's probably reasons behind this. Other than that, there's not much to say. We are working on the next podcast and hope to bring it out soon. See ya. Welcome to our ending card. Please like, review and comment, as feedback is always appreciated, and we hope to see you next time.